Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, I am going to be doing a tutorial. I'm going to show you how I got this eyeshadow look that I'm wearing on my eyes right now. I will also be doing a quick review of the new Morphe x James Charles palette. I will be also showing you the swatches, and I do have a little sister surprise for you guys. I said to myself that I wasn't going to say sister, but hello, it's James Charles, so I have to say it at least one time in this video. So the surprise is that I am going to be giving away an extra palette to one of you guys. Hold on, let me get myself together here because everything's falling. But yeah, we have an extra palette, so one lucky winner is going to win one of these palettes. So let me tell you what you have to do to win this baby right here. All you have to do is make sure that you are subscribed to this YouTube channel, leave a comment down below, and give this video a big thumbs up. If you want an extra entry, you can head over to our Instagram, which is going to be right here. Follow us on there, and you can also leave a comment on the last post, just letting us know that you're entering the giveaway. And that is it. That is all that you have to do. So let me stop talking and yeah, let's get this video started. So to start off the eyeshadow look, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes, and for today's look I'm gonna be using the P. Louise base. James Charles does recommend that you use an eyeshadow primer that is meant for the eyes and not like a concealer, so I am going to be using this one. So I'm just coming in with the P. Louise primer, and I'm just using a brush from Motives Cosmetics, and this one is angled, so I really like brushes like this to really get close to the eyebrow without messing up the hard work that it takes to do the eyebrow. And I do like applying the primer under my eyelash as well, because it's going to make all the colors that we place under here be very pigmented. So for the first color, I'm going to go ahead and come in with the orange right here. I'm taking that orange color on a Luxie 121 brush, which is a really small blending brush. And this brush I got in my BoxyCharm this month. So I'm just taking this color and I'm going to deposit everything into the crease. I'm just depositing color right now. So we're just going to kind of keep doing tapping motions until we can build it up. So far I'm not getting any fallout from these eyeshadows, like at all. So I'm going to start to bring this up just a little bit. I'm going to diffuse the edges, working the color up towards my brow. Next I'm coming in with this color right here. And I'm just gonna pack this right above here as my transition color. And these colors, you guys, are so pigmented, like I'm barely touching the pan, and look at this pigment. Like, it is insane. I am so happy so far with the way that everything is blending out. I was a little bit nervous to actually use these two colors because I thought this one was going to be too light and then it would kind of like just come over and create patchiness with this color, but it's not. They're actually blending out so beautifully together, and I am really impressed. And don't worry about the edges too much. We are going to clean this up later, so if it looks messy and weird, just don't even pay attention to it because I always clean that up after. I am gonna come in with this red color right here, and for the red color I am going to be using my Zoeva 227 brush, and I basically just want to intensify the crease colors, also blending with the color that's already down. So we're just trying to create a nice gradient. And again, don't worry about the edges, we are going to clean that later. Just gonna go back with that light orange, and we're gonna use that to blend these colors, and we just want to get a nice seamless blend. So don't be afraid to go back and forth between colors until you know you're happy with the way it looks. So the next color that I'm coming in with is this guy right here. So using my Sigma E45, I'm grabbing the dark brown color and I'm just applying it right to the outer corner. And I am bringing in this dark brown into the crease using the same Sigma E45 brush. And don't worry about this color too much. Again, we are coming in with concealer to clean everything up. So a lot of this is going to be gone, but I just want a guideline so that I know where I want the other placements of my colors. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease. So I wanted this to be more of like a rounded out look, but I think I'm just gonna clean up the corners and kind of make it edgy like usual. I really like that look, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. But first I'm gonna take a concealer. So I'm gonna use the NARS Chantilly matte concealer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start cutting the crease. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab a Q-tip and a little bit of makeup remover, and we're just going to go ahead and clean this off so that we have a nice clean base for the lid colors. So now that I've cleaned everything up, I'm going to go ahead and come back in with the dark brown color, and I'm grabbing a small flat brush like this one, and I'm just going to define the edges. Again, so now I'm going to go ahead and come back in with the P. Louise primer, and I'm going to apply the P. Louise primer all on the lid, and I'm going to clean up the edges. So I'm going to come in with a Luxie 141 brush, and I'm just applying some of the dark brown to this corner just because I want everything to blend nicely and kind of go into a gradient. Next, I'm going to come in with this purple right here from the palette, and I'm still using the Luxie 141 brush, and I am going to apply the purple right next to the dark brown. Next, we're grabbing this color right here. So I'm switching over to a flat brush. Next, I'm grabbing the white shade from the palette in a small pencil brush, and I'm applying that to the inner corner, and I'm also going to bring it up. Okay, now I'm going to grab the yellow from the palette, and I am going to put it everywhere that we have left. So I'm going to try to clean up the edges and kind of just make this a little bit sharper. So now I'm going to grab a little bit of that purple, and this is a tiny brush from Morphe. Sigma makes one that looks just like this, but I'm basically going to place the purple right above the dark brown. And to intensify the crease even more, I'm going to go ahead and come in with the black. And I'm just going to define this a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and go do this eye off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and apply some of that yellow first, right at the very beginning. So now I'm going to take this lime green color. So next to the green color, I'm going to come in with this blue right here, and then I'm going to finish it out with the purple that we already used. So I'm going to come in with that blue, and I'm applying it right there. This is super pigmented, this blue. Holy crap. Okay, so now that we have that blue down, I'm going to go ahead and go and dip into the purple that we already used. And and we're going to connect it like that. So for the waterline, I'm going to use this pencil from Marc Jacobs. This one is called Out of the Blue. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and come in with some mascara. So I'm going to use a Benefit Roller Lash. So we're just going to coat our lashes and get them ready for falsies. I'm going to take Milk's Kush Mascara, and I like to layer these two because this one gives them a little bit more length. So from lashes, I'm using these from Tati Lashes in the style TL10. Alright, so this is the finished eyeshadow look. I just turned off the background light. I don't know if that makes it look better or worse. You guys let me know. This is what it looks like with the light on. I don't even know if you can tell the difference or not. That's with the light on. I think it only changes the background and not like the eyeshadow color, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's making a difference. But yeah, this is the eyeshadow look. My wig is literally coming off. Wig has been officially snatched. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup off camera, and I will be right back to show you some swatches and to talk a little bit about the palette.
My thoughts are with you, holding hands with your heart to see you. Only blue talking love. Remember how we knew love was here to stay. Now in December, found the love that we shared in September. Only blue talking love. Remember the true love we shared.
First thing that I want to say is that you guys just saw the swatches, and hopefully it wasn't too bad because the camera was kind of blurry, and As you guys can see, my finger here is stained a little bit pink. That is completely normal from what I have encountered with Urban Decay eyeshadows, Morphe eyeshadows. Actually, if you guys have watched my last Morphe video, so it's the Morphe holiday collection review video. In that video, I did a bright pink and purple eyeshadow look. And after that eyeshadow look, I had my eyes stained pink for about 2 days. So that's usually what happens with these types of colors. I also have the Urban Decay Electric palette. That one also stains my eyes. So that is something that is common. Getting hives is not that common, but if you are a person that has sensitivities, or you know your skin is sensitive, then that may happen. You know, some people are allergic to or sensitive to certain chemicals, certain ingredients, like in food and in other products. So yeah, it made me a little bit nervous because Lexi has sensitive skin, so I hope that she doesn't get a reaction, but she gets a reaction out of everything. She has had very sensitive skin ever since she was little, so it's just something that we are used to and that we can manage at home. So you guys just be really careful. And I would say that if you do have skin sensitivities, or have skin, you know, skin that's sensitive, which I guess is the same thing, but if you have skin that's sensitive to products and chemicals and things like that, I would maybe put a little patch on the back of your arm, let it sit there for a while and see what happens. What happens with Lexi is that she'll usually get like a couple of hives, or like one hive that looks like a mosquito bite, but it's not, it's an allergic reaction. So I don't know, like that happens to her all the time. It'll happen to her with like face cleansers. She'll use them one night, she'll get a reaction, then she tries it again and then it doesn't happen. So I don't know, it's kind of like hit or miss, but I just say that if you are sensitive to things like this, definitely do a little test patch first. The other thing that I wanted to say about the swatches is that some of them, and I don't know if you guys were able to see when I was swatching, because you know it was a little bit blurry at times, but some of them swatched a little bit weird. Like this one right here swatched a little bit chalky, and it felt a little bit chalky, but I did use that one today in this eyeshadow look and I had no issues with pigment blendability. It wasn't chalky, it didn't have any fallout, and yeah, so I don't really know, but I was mostly swatching these for you to show you the colors. I really did not have any issue with any of these shades like whatsoever. So I do want to use more and see how it goes. But like you guys can see, like the yellow, when I swatched it, I did have to do 2 swipes of the yellow, actually, and then 3, so that it gave me a lot of pigment when I swatched it on the back of my arm. But when I put it onto my eye with the eyeshadow primer, like I immediately had a lot of pigment. So yes, definitely swatch and definitely get a feel for the eyeshadows with any eyeshadow palette that you purchase. I think swatches are great, you know, to see the color, to feel the texture and all of that, but definitely the best thing to do is to try them on your eyes. So that is all that I wanted to say about the swatches, and let me just go ahead and get into the review and my thoughts on the palette. And we're just gonna go ahead and do a quick little chat and review of the palette. I'm not gonna go into too much detail because I do feel like James did an amazing job going over his palette with his video, so I really don't feel like I need to go into too many details. So I'm just going to kind of give you like my thoughts on the palette and kind of what was going through my head while I was using the palette. So really quickly before I get into this review, I do want to say that I did purchase all of the 3 palettes myself. This was not sent to me in PR like usual. I know that you guys have seen me, you know, do the holiday collection and all of the other launches that Morphe has launched recently. I don't know what happened with this collection. I don't know if they took me off the PR list because I did give some negative feedback in my last couple of reviews. I would hope that that's not the case. I don't know if it's just that maybe they gave James, you know, the ability to pick whoever he wanted to send the palette to first, which is, you know, completely understandable. And maybe they just didn't want to do micro influencers for this particular launch, which I totally understand. But I was a little bit taken aback because I have been sent every single launch for a while now. So I don't know. I don't know if they just didn't like what I said in my last couple of videos. I really hope not, because I wouldn't think they would be that type of company. I would think that they would want to hear criticism, and that's why they're sending out these products, you know, so that they can hear the good and the bad. I feel like when you hear criticism and you hear bad things, that's what helps you grow as a person, as a company. So I really hope that they didn't take me off the PR list because I said some negative things. And I honestly don't think they were negative. It was just constructive criticism. So I don't know what happened. But anyway, let me stop rambling and let's get into this review. So the palette itself retails for $39. You can get it on the Morphe website and Ulta stores, as well as Morphe online. And I'm not sure if it's available on Ulta online, but as of right now, it is completely sold out. The one thing that I noticed is that some people were getting these cardboard cards of James and like all of the looks that he did with the eyeshadow palette. I didn't get that in my palette, and Lexi opened hers up last night and she also did not get a cardboard insert in hers. So I don't know exactly why some had the, you know, the little cards with his looks and some palettes did not. I really don't know, but I did not get it and Lexi did not get it either. So I haven't looked inside the one that we're giving away, and I'm not going to, because that's for me to give to you guys. So I'm just going to leave it exactly as it came. So I'm not sure if it came in there, but didn't come in mine and it didn't come in Lexi's. You do get an insert with all of the eyeshadow names. You guys know that I really don't like these. I usually do throw these away, but in case that you want to keep the shadow names, you can definitely use the double-sided tape trick and tape it inside the palette. So when you open the palette, you get this beautiful palette. As you guys can see, I know that when James did his video, he broke it down into 3 parts. So like the first top 2 rows, he called them like the more neutrals and the more everyday colors, and then the middle row, he said he wanted to include shades that are used the most in any eyeshadow look, and then the bottom last 2 rows are the rainbow colors, so all of your super bright pigmented fun colors. And I really love that idea. I love how the palette is broken down, because you're able to either get a glam look, or if you want to do a little bit more of an artsy look, you want to be more colorful, you can do that with this palette as well. It is a huge palette, which I love. The magnet on this palette is actually really strong, so I do feel that it's safe for travel, because I was having a hard time opening the palette because the magnet was so, like, you know, it was strong. There is one highlighter included, which is this guy right here. I think it's a great palette. It is huge and there are shades for so many eyeshadow looks. I really do love the way that he structured the palette. I love the color choices that are in here, and to be honest, I really loved this formula. And I don't know, I guess because they're pressed pigments, every single color that I used today, I did not have any fallout with at all, like none whatsoever. I was actually like shook. I was waiting to have fallout because they are super pigmented, but the shadows did not have any kickback. At least the ones that I used today, like I didn't really notice anything. Like this is what my palette looks like after using it all day, and there's really no kickback. I didn't have like a big mess. I didn't have anything fall out on my face. So I am really impressed with the palette, with the formula. I did not have a hard time blending at all, like none whatsoever. It was super nice to work with. And I do recommend using an eyeshadow primer like James recommended, because I used the P. Louise base as you guys saw, and it worked really well for me. So colors that I used today I am super impressed with, and I had such a fun time using this palette today because everything was going smoothly. The pigment was there, the blendability was there. I didn't have to dip into the pan like 10 times. It was honestly like amazing. I'm not even kidding. You guys know that I've had issues with some Morphe palettes before, but I honestly feel that for me, this has been the best experience that I've ever had with a Morphe palette. I did not have any fallout. There wasn't any kickback. They blended out really, really nicely, and the pigment was like amazing. I'm not really trying to like hype this palette up. If it was bad and it was horrible, I would tell you guys, but that's truly how I feel, and I do want to use more of the shades and see how the other ones perform. I can only speak on the ones that I used today, and I am really happy with everything that I used today, so I can only base my review, you know, on the shadows that I used today. But yeah, if you guys want me to do a couple of more looks with this palette, definitely let me know in the comments down below and I will do that. I am planning on filming with the Jeffree Star Alien palette tomorrow, so I won't be able to film with this one tomorrow, but if you do want to see more looks with this eyeshadow palette, definitely let me know in the comments down below. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I have to say. Do I recommend the palette? Yes. You get a 39 eyeshadows for $39, so it is $1 per eyeshadow. It's super fun. You have all of these colors to play around with. Definitely think that it's a great palette and something that you should, if you can, purchase. I think it's going to be a palette that a lot of us will reach for, just because there are so many different colors in here that you can play around with. I had a really fun time using this palette today, so yeah, if you are able to get your hands on it, definitely do so. It is a yes for me, but again, this is my opinion, in my opinion only. I only hope to help you guys out, you know, in your purchasing decisions. But anyway, that's all that I have to say about this palette. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. All you have to do to win this palette is just make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, leave a comment down below, and give this video a big thumbs up, and that's it. If you want an extra entry, you can go ahead and head over to our Instagram, which is @GlitterBeauties. Right here, and you can follow us on there and just comment on the last post, the last 3 posts, however many comments you want, just letting us know that you entered the YouTube giveaway and that you're entering your extra entry, and that's it. That's all that you have to do. Again, the Instagram is not required, it's just there as an option for an extra entry, but you can enter here on YouTube and that'll be just fine. But yeah, that is it for me in this video. I hope that you guys liked it and I hope that you found it helpful. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up because it really does help us out a ton. You can give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it as well. We appreciate either or. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye.